Hey guys, this is Chuck with Guyett.com, and I have an absolutely amazing webinar that I want to share with you. It's totally free, and it's by Hochman. Uh, One of the very first things that I learned in marketing was that if you want to be effective, you need to know this, that facts tell and stories sell. And Diane Hochman just happens to be the premier storyteller. and uh, the way she's going to share with you the way that all marketing is done, at least the effective marketing anyway. And you'll notice whether it's on a commercial, uh, whether it's a public speaker, they all have a theme that they present their content with. And if they don't, if they just kind of share it with you in a very general sense, then you get a very general feeling and you just kind of go blasé and you move on to the next thing. But something that grabs you, something that really gets your attention, that is what Diana is going to share with you, how you can start doing in your marketing materials, in your videos that you're presenting, so that you really have an impact with your prospect. There's a thing called AIDA, which is, and this is done in journalism, it's attention, interest, desire, and action. And you want to be able to get the people who are looking at your videos, who are reading your content, to take action. And the only way that they're going to do that is if you can get their attention and their interest, and then ultimately their desire to take action. So Diane's going to share with you how to do that. It's a 2-hour webinar. It's solid gold, and you definitely want to have a notepad and a pen and be ready to take some notes. Get rid of all the distractions and be ready to lock and load. So let me take you over and share with you just briefly some of the points that Diane is going to cover in the next 2 hours. Okay, so the very first thing that Diane is going to be covering is how the character beats content every time. You can think of somebody like Martin Luther King or Winston Churchill, and there's a whole bunch of other, Les Brown, different people who it doesn't seem to matter what they read. They could probably read the phone book, and they just get your attention, just the way that they present themselves. The three major characters that all ad copy uses. Just on this webinar, Diane is actually going to share with you that once you've watched her 2-hour webinar, you're never going to look at ad copy the same way again. She says it's going to ruin you. Actually, it's going to make you pretty good, but it's amazing what she shares with you. You could be paying hundreds of dollars to get this kind of content. The 5 major storylines that your prospect, that will put your prospect into a buying trance. Imagine if you could share a story with them and get them at the end of that story to want to buy your product. Well, she's going to share with you how to do that. Now, not without, I mean, it's an ethical approach, but you can either do it right or you can do it wrong. It's like, why is it in your network marketing company, there are people that are making, hundreds of thousands of dollars, maybe even 7 figures, and other people can't make enough to buy a cup of coffee. It's because of the way that they present their business. And that's what you're going to learn, how to put your storyline in such a way that your prospects are going to simply want to buy from you. And she's actually going to give you a live demo. She's going to take a number of different training products that are out there, and she's going to share with you how she takes the 3 major characters and the 5 major storylines, and how she weaves them together to make her sales presentations. It's absolutely amazing. It's stunning, really. I was absolutely. I was when I was watching the webinar myself the first time, I was a little bit on the tired side, and I found myself actually leaning forward into my computer monitor because I was absolutely mesmerized by what I was watching and listening to. So you're going to get a ton of stuff out of this. So let me share with you how you can access this webinar. Okay, to get to this webinar, it's very simple. All you need to do is go over to my Facebook fan page, and when you get there, you'll see a blue button. It'll say message me. Click that button, and then type the word story in Messenger, and I will shoot you over a free invitation to the webinar. There's no hooks, nothing to pay for. It's just solid information. And what I would ask though is if you give me some feedback on the webinar, any aha moments you had. And I know that on this one you are going to be you're going to have a notepad filled with them, but I'd still love to hear from you on that. So beyond that, you take care, make it a great day, and I'll see you on the webinar.